Hey ladies, just got done taking a spin class. Welcome to the other side, PC gamers. I'm TJ Sloan. Having a PC is dope is what I learned. This is what I learned this week. As some of you may know, up until about this week, I have been doing all my editing on a laptop. It was a good laptop. It got me through some rough times. It let me play Civilization 5 for way too many hours. It was a laptop that would have been really useful back when I was in college and was working with the dinosaur from like 2003. I'm not kidding you, I used to have a laptop that literally didn't even get Wi-Fi. You had to plug an Ethernet cable into it. And luckily for me, the college that I was going to just did away with all their Ethernet ports. They went entirely wireless in terms of their internet. So I couldn't do my schoolwork unless I actually went to one of the computer labs. Have you been to a computer lab at a college? There's nobody in there because they all have their own computers, like normal people do. So then I got this HP Envy laptop, and it was great. It had 8 gigabytes RAM, so it was enough to meet most of my video editing needs at the time. But since I've been doing a lot more editing, I'm doing it pretty much daily now, I needed something that was a little bit more powerful. I wanted to build a PC for a really long time, but the problem was always money. If you're not aware of this, it's no cheap task to make a PC. Especially with one I wanted to build, because I didn't want anything that was just going to get me by. I wanted something that was going to get the job done and that was going to run smoothly with no errors whatsoever. And I have that now. It's really great. I'm looking at it right now and it's looking back at me and it's beautiful and we share this bond. I think I treat my PC better than I treat most of the people in my life. And I don't know if that says something about the way I treat people or how well I'm treating my PC. It was about a month ago that I started looking at PC parts just to get an idea of how much it was going to cost me, what I was going to need, and all that good stuff. I know almost nothing about building PCs, so I had to have a lot of outside help for that. Shout out to my best friends Aaron Moore and Mike Schwartz, because without them, I don't think I would have been able to build this thing. So my friend Aaron helped me get all the parts into my cart where they could just sit there and I could watch the prices fluctuate as they were in there. But then Black Friday rolled around, and I had just gotten paid the day before Black Friday. Here's where TJ makes really bad monetary decisions. On Black Friday, I saw that most of the pieces I had were on sale. The pieces that weren't on sale could be replaced by something that was on sale that was a better part. I ended up getting a better PC for cheaper, but it also meant that I blew like an entire paycheck on this thing. It was not smart, it was not wise. I had to spend the next 2 weeks scraping by and it was terrible. I'm sure that everybody around me was real annoyed because anytime they wanted to go anywhere or do anything with me, I'd be like, yeah, I have like $1. I'm a very poor boy. I'm just gonna put that out there. That's not something I'm embarrassed by. I think most of the people in my generation are poor. I have a full-time job. I work 40 hours a week, sometimes a little bit of overtime. I have great pay. The problem is I have a lot of things to pay for. So to just outright buy a PC, all the pieces at once like that was a god-awful decision. It was not something I should have done. But I absolutely love the thing. It runs like a dream. It looks great. It doesn't skip a single beat. Now, for the PC nerds out there who know a lot more than I do, you're asking right now, what are the specs? Just tell me what the specs of the PC are. Those are gonna be down in the description. But for those of you like me who are more about visual stuff, I'll just let you know right now, it's black and orange. It's got the whole theme. It's got like the pyro orange. It looks so cool, man. It's got 3 glowing LED fans that are also orange, so those are really sick. I'm really a sucker for having all my stuff be uniform, so I got a Logitech gaming keyboard, I got a Logitech mouse, and a Logitech mouse pad. Maybe if you guys are interested, I can do like a room tour at some point and show you all this stuff. Let me know if that's something that you want me to do or if that would just be lame. But anyways, I have a PC now, which means I can edit things much faster, more efficiently, and honestly with less of a headache. So I'm starting to get back into the swing of editing things on a daily basis. But anyways, let's move on to my weekly fortune. This week's fortune says, whoever wants to reach a distant goal must take small steps. And man, is that accurate. I'm sure this resonates with you in your life and things that you're working towards. The way it resonates with me is, of course, this YouTube channel itself. It's not very often that you have big victories, where a video will suddenly jump in views or you'll suddenly gain, several subscribers at one time. It's a slow moving process. I'm still starting out, so anytime I get like a subscriber, I'm stoked. That's a big deal to me. Anytime a video goes up 5-10 views, that's a big deal to me. I have to take these small victories because that's exactly what they are. They're victories towards a larger victory that over time is, having a YouTube channel that people really enjoy watching and coming back to. It's the same thing with my music. Putting a single out a couple years ago was actually at the time a huge victory for me, but looking back, it was actually just kind of a small one. I gained a lot of people who were aware of my music and liked my sound. And since then, putting out a single here and there has been these small victories. Now, of course, next year, I would really like to have out an EP. That's going to be a large victory for me, regardless of how it's received, just because that's been the dream. That's been the dream since before I was in high school, was putting out an EP, having an album that I can take to people, put in their face and say, I made this, this is mine, this is my work, and you can listen to it all over the world. That's incredible. That is, man, that's gonna be awesome. But anyways, enough about my passions. Let's talk about my passionate person of the week. This week's passionate person is at ForeverMind13. He says, yo, I'm passionate about going to smaller concerts with local bands. You get to support bands, it's much more personal, friendly, and the moshing is great. ForeverMind, you keep rocking on with those local bands. People like you that appreciate the local stuff, that appreciate the people who aren't maybe so big yet, are what keeps artists like me going. Believe it or not, you're actually doing something huge for those bands by showing up and really jamming with their music. It's dope that you appreciate local bands, despite the fact that they may not be putting on perfect shows. A lot of times when it comes to local bands, it's a much more raw experience, but I think, as you said in your tweet, that's exactly what you like. You like that it's personal, you like that it's a little bit more down to earth, and a better relationship than perhaps you would have with someone who is performing for, 50,000 people. If you want to be next week's passionate person, just tweet at me at Pyrotaz_3 and use hashtag passionate person. What's great is I've set the camera at a certain height so that way you can never see below my waist. That way I can kind of wear whatever I want. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm in basketball shorts that don't match what I'm wearing at all, and that's okay. I'm comfortable. You don't need to know what I got going on below the waist. If you want to tell me what you learned this week, just use hashtag TWIL on Twitter, or you can just take down in the comments below. Again, let me know if you guys are interested in a room tour. I know it's something that would be kind of short because this isn't a large room, but I think we could have a lot of fun with it, and I can get into the nitty-gritty of how I do all this stuff. Ooh. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time. As a matter of fact, maybe from now on, I'm just gonna start wearing boxers. No, better yet, I wear nothing at all. From now on, I'm not wearing anything from the waist below. Stop me. You can't.